Good evening, fifth graders. Tonight we're multiplying mixed numbers. Before we get going here, there's a skill that you need to have when you're multiplying mixed numbers. Let's take a look here. We're going to write the mixed number as an improper fraction. This is basically review everything we've been doing, but this will help us on multiplying mixed numbers. Let's take a look here. We have 3 times 1 plus 2 gives me 5 over 3. Change the color here. 10 times 8 is 80 plus 7 is 87 over 10. 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 4 gives me 46 over 7. 3 times 8 is 24 plus 5 is 29 over 8. 3 times 9 is 27 plus 7 gives me 34 over 9. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 4 is 29 over 5. If this page right here is simple for you, all we're doing is we're multiplying, right? We're multiplying here, we're adding here, keeping the same denominator. Multiplying, then adding, multiplying, then adding. I want you to memory bank this page because if you can do this concept, you can multiply mixed numbers. This is what I mean by that. Let's say we have this problem, 3 and 5/8 times 8 and 7/10. Some of you are going to want to do this mentally, and I'm going to show you what not to do first, okay? And this is very, very important because some of you love doing things mentally, which is excellent, but sometimes it can get you into some trouble, okay? This is what I mean by that. Some of you will take the 3 and the 8 right away, get yourself a 24, right? And then you're going to take 5/8 times 7/10. Okay, you're going to cross your deuce because you've been working on that. So this becomes divide by 5, divide by 5. You're going to multiply across, get 7/16. Okay, some of you are going to want to do that. The reason why I did that is we're going to keep this off to the side. I'm going to show you the correct way to do it, and let's see how far off we are from 24 and 7/16. This is what you have to do when you are multiplying mixed numbers. You have to change each one of these mixed numbers into an improper fraction first. So let's take 3 and 5/8. That is an improper fraction. We're going 3 times 8, which is 24, plus 5. We're going to get 29 over an 8. Then we're going to multiply. We're going to go here, 80 plus 7. We're going to get 87 over a 10. Look at the size of these numbers, kids. They are huge, but let's keep watching here. Can we cross reduce? Can we cross reduce the 8 and the 87? We can't. 29 and 10, we can't. So that leads us to this problem. We have an 80 as my denominator. Then we have to multiply 29 times 87. You're going to need a lot of scratch paper tomorrow in class. 9 times 7, we have 63. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 6 is 200. Erase this top number. Cross off the 7, place value holder. 8 times 9, we have a 72. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 7 gives me 23. 2,523 is my numerator. Now I have to find out how many 80s go in 2,523. Eight goes into 2, 0 times. Remember we worked on long division in the beginning of the year? This is why. 80 goes into 25, 0 times. How many times can 80 go into 258? 80 times 3 gives me 240, right, kids? That's how close we're going to get. Bring down this 3. How many times can 80 go in 123? It can go in there 1 time because that would be 80. I'm going to subtract this, borrow. We have to borrow here will give me 43. So remainder 43. So with this 31 remainder 43 means this. My whole number is 31. My remainder is 43 over 80. This is the correct answer. Do you see how 31 and 43 over 80 is larger than 24 and 7/16? This is incorrect. Another thing should just help you memory bank this on how to do this. Did you see how fast I got 24 and 7/16? And then you see all the math I had to do in order to get to the correct answer. It's easy math. It's just math that's going to take you a while longer to solve the problem. Here's the next one. 6 and 4/7 times 1 and 2/3. So the very first process we're going to have to do here, I'm going to make these a little smaller here for us, is we're going to have to change these into improper fractions. 7 times 6 is 42 plus 4 is 46 over 7 times 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5/3. Luckily, it's not going to be as large of a number this time. Can we cross reduce the 46 and the 3? Divisibility rule of 3 is whenever I add these numbers up, 3 can go into it. 4 plus 6 is 10. 3 can't go into 10. 7 and 5, we can't make it any smaller, so then we have to multiply across. 7 times 3 is 21. 46 times 5 is 30. So we have 23. 230. Now, I don't want you to leave this as a huge improper fraction. Now we have to see how many 21s can go into 230. So you're going to divide, like we did on the last problem. How many times can 21, I'm going to change colors here, go into 2? 0 times. Subtract. I have a 2, bringing down the 3. How many times can 21 go into 23? 1 time. Bring down the 0. How many times can 21 go into 20? 0 times. Subtract. 20 is my remainder. This is what this means, kids. 10 is my whole number. 20 is my remainder. 21 is still my denominator. 10 and 20 over 21 is your answer. That's another one. Change them as improper fractions. We have 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2 is 12 over 5 times 1/2. Luckily, we can cross reduce this time. Divide them both by 2. 5 and 1 we can't, so 6 times 1 is 6. 5 times 1 is 5. How many 5s go into 6? 1 and 1/5. We did not have to do all of the math on this one, the long division. We could do the long division. We didn't have to because it was easier. We could tell exactly how many 5s went into 6. There's another one. 4/6 times 7 times 5 is 35 plus 1 is 36 over 7. Yes, another one when we can cross reduce. 6 and 36. I could draw a line around 4 and 7, but it's not necessary because I know 4 and 7 don't go into each other. Okay, that's not supposed to be -7. Okay. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 36 divided by 6 is 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 1 times 7 is 7. How many 7s go into 24? Exactly 3, because I know 3 times 7 is 21. What's left over? 3 7s. This video is very important to know that when you're multiplying mixed numbers, you have to change them to improper fractions. Then, of course, check to see if you can cross reduce. If you can't, you are going to end up with either a large numerator or denominator, and then you are going to have to do some long division. Okay? Overall, it's an easy concept, but please follow the steps. I look forward to working with you in class tomorrow on these concepts. They'll be fun. Good luck, kids.